Hi guys, LoreLord here. So a few weeks ago, when I was meant to make a Minecraft video, I said how I did make a video, however there was a small malfunction, so I couldn't upload it, and that's why I didn't. And a few things happened in that video. First of all, I started building a new house, which I've finished, and I'll show you today. And the second thing is that almost all of the villagers, including Daniel, have just disappeared. Without a trace. I don't know what happened to them. I'm pretty sure they would have all been killed. However, I don't know how almost the entire village could be killed off without me noticing. So the only two villages that are accounted for are two librarian villages, I think, but I'm not quite sure. But yeah, anyway, there are only two villagers left inside the village. So today's video will be about trying to look for the rest of the villagers. I might be able to find them, but I might not. However, I hope that I can. Because if I can't find them, then that will be pretty inconvenient for my playthrough. But anyway, on with the video. I'll start off today's video by showing you the new house, and there's the staircase that you need to take to get there, because the house is up on that hill, and I've placed a few torches around so that I can see where I'm going at night, obviously. So there's the house there, you can see a bit of it, just trying to make sure I don't fall off. And there it is. There's a few flowers on the front, a few torches around the outside of the house so that monsters don't spawn anywhere near my house. Here's a little flat patch of grass. I plan on putting a farm there sometime, but I'll do that in another video. And so here's the front. And here's the inside. So far there's not much. Over here is my nice white double bed. And over here is my furnace, my crafting table, and both of my chests. The crafting table and the furnace over there, those are new ones. The old furnace and the old crafting table, I've decided to leave back at Daniel's place as a parting gift for him. That is if I can find him, and every other villager that has disappeared. And speaking of which, I think now is the time to go looking for them. I'll just make myself some food, and then we'll head off. The first place we're going to look is at this cave over here. It seems a bit steep, so I'm just going to make myself a little staircase so that I can get out, and also so that the villagers can get out if they're down here. Though I don't think they will, but we'll have a look anyway. Okay, so we've found some coal. Quite a lot of coal, in fact. We'll mine this because we're going to need as many torches as we get. Because we're going to need as many torches as we can get. Because if we're going to look for the villagers, we're going to need torches. I don't know why it took me so long to think of the word. If we are going to need to look for the villagers... we found some iron too. So, we'll mine that too. I mean, I don't need the iron, but I'm not going to leave that behind. So the good news is that I've found a nice batch of iron and coal. The bad news is that I haven't found the villagers yet. And I'm starting to have doubts that I will. But we can't lose faith just yet. The next place we're going to look is in the cave behind me that's full of water because of this lake. We're just going to block off the water. And, oh look, there's a block of iron. And there's a zombie. Is that another zombie? Nope, it's a creeper. Okay. Well, first of all, I'm going to mine this block of iron, because they won't be able to reach me from over there. Okay, there seems to be more iron. I'll be with you in a sec, lads. Okay, now I am going to do what's called a pro gamer move. Okay, not as effective as I was hoping. But anyway, let's go have a look. And we're at a dead end already. Oh well. I'm glad that they're not down there actually, because if they were down there, then they'd most likely be killed because there's a zombie down there. So I'm actually glad they're not down there. So anyway, let's go look at the other place. Also, just so that you guys realise how big of a disappearance this is, of the entire village, only 2 villages are accounted for, because I found 2 villages. However, all the other villages, including Daniel and all the iron golems, are gone. I can't find any iron golems, and I can only find 2 villages of this entire village. So, just so you realise how big of a disappearance this is. And so, the next place, and probably the last place, because this is the only place they could possibly be, is this mine down here. I don't know where, I can't remember where everything is, so I'm just going to follow the torches and hope I find them. This leads to a dead end. Okay, I'm just going to follow every path that I can find and hope that I find them. Oh, babies, it's a zombie villager. Okay, that's making me worried because that's a villager zombie, which means in order for a zombie villager, it would have to be killed by a zombie. I mean, there is a chance that zombie villagers can just spawn. That does sometimes happen. Zombie villagers do sometimes spawn. However, now that's making me worry that they were all killed by zombies. But yeah, it could have just spawned, but again, I'm now worrying. And another thing is, you're probably saying, Kyle, it's a video game, you're worrying too much. But now, this will actually be a very big inconvenience if I have lost them. Because if I only have 2 villagers to trade with, that means, like, I won't be able to get anything with trading. Like, Daniel was probably the best villager when it came to trading, but now that I've lost him, I don't have a really good trade partner. Okay, there's a creeper in here. So yeah, it's gonna be really, like, an issue if I can't find these villages. And also, like, and another reason is that if all the other villages except these 2 villages are all missing, then what'll happen to these 2 villages? Maybe they'll go get killed by zombies, and then the village will be deserted. I'll literally be the only inhabited, which means I'll have no one to trade with except the wandering trader who comes every now and again. So I'll have him to trade with, but apart from him, I'll have no trading partner. I'll just be living in a deserted town. And I don't exactly want to move to the desert village anytime soon because I just built a new house. So yeah. Anyway, just a brief explanation on why this disappearance is inconvenient to my playthrough. But I guess it's not that big of an issue. Well, gamers, some sad news indeed. I've searched for 3 days, and by 3 days I mean 3 in-game days, so in real time that's only 30 minutes. But I've looked everywhere they could possibly be, and I could not find them. I've also waited during the night to see if they would come home, and to see if I could find any more other villages, but no, only those 2 villages have I found. So, it pains me to say this, but I think we must now presume that they are all dead. That they have all been game ended. I know, I do not like this. However, until we can find another trace of them, the only trace of them that we have found is that baby zombie villager, and that only leads, and if that was a trace to where they are, it would mean that they have all been slain or turned into zombies. So, again, it pains me to say this, but I think we must presume that they are gone. They have ascended to a higher realm, and because of this, and so until we find any other evidence that they are still around, that is what we shall presume. It seems the wandering trader has arrived, but it seems he does not know where they are. So like I said, it pains me to say this, but I think it is safe to presume that we have lost our entire village, minus those 2 that are still here. So here is the monument in memory of Daniel, the other 67% of the village. Yes, I did the math, and all of its iron golems. Cause of death, missing, presumed dead. We do not know what happened to them. We do not even know if they are dead. However, I could not find them anywhere. They could not have gone that far, so I think that is the safest option to presume. So it is a sad day for us gamers indeed. But anyway, that is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope to find Daniel and the rest of the village sometime in another episode. Hopefully I do, but I don't think I will. But anyway, again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.